You have a lot of plot going on here, and it works well. I do think the foster home should be set up a little bit more in the introduction. Hello everybody, Alan Northern here giving you filmmaking tips and tricks, and today we are going to go over my script feedback that I received from the Slamdance Screenplay competition. So if you're interested in that, please stay tuned so you can see them tear me to pieces. But if you require screenplay feedback resources, please watch this video here, and that'll help you out. It also tells you how to receive feedback as well. And also, if you watch this till the end, you'll understand a technique to utilize in order to receive feedback as well. Let's get started. Listen, again, full disclosure, I am no expert, okay? I don't come across as this, know-it-all screenplay god. I'm not that. I create these videos so that I can get better, so that I can show you guys what I've learned along the years and what I learned in film school, what I learned making films. Without further ado, if you're curious about what Slamdance had to say about my screenplay, please hit the like button. Just do it. Hit the like button. It's so easy. Just hit the like button and let's get started. There's one thing that Slamdance does when they give you your free reader's comments. They give you a logline suggestion when you submit your screenplay, as well as, the critique comes after. So that's what I'll be reading for you guys. All right, let's take a look. So, title of screenplay, The Roses, tracking, blah, 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 drama/suspense, logline. A police executive combats a powerful gang while looking for one of her missing foster children with the help from others. Okay. I'm very curious about which one you like better. This is mine. As a police commissioner combats a notorious crime syndicate, she struggles to find her kidnapped foster child and keep the rest of her family intact. That's my logline. I personally like mine's better, but I'm not gonna say nothing about that. I like mine's better, but thank you for your services. Let me stop. Seriously, weigh in the comments below on whoever you think has the better logline, and I'll take a look at it. Well, let's take a look at the feedback. All right, you have a lot of plot going on here, and it works well. I do think the foster home should be set up a little bit more in the introduction. I was relatively sure it was a foster home, but didn't quite realize it. Seeing Meredith be more involved in the foster home, even for a few flashes, would solidify her character in my opinion. I like the foster home element. It is fresh and gives a unique twist to your story. I also wish she could have a little bit more of a reaction to Leo's disappearance. It seemed like she was more of a policewoman and less of a mom. I feel like there may be an emotional side to Meredith's character that is there but could be conveyed a little more clearly. I like the dueling stories, but did feel that the Tears of Blood needed to be set up as a more viable threat early on. By the time they started to be developed, it seemed like they were being tacked on to the disappearance. If you set them up earlier, it could work well for you. All right, so anytime you're receiving feedback, it's very important that you write down all of the good things about your screenplay, all of the good things that the commenter said about your screenplay, and then all of the bad things. This ensures that you keep all the good stuff and you make sure the bad stuff goes away. And also, I can't help but think back to my past video about how to receive feedback. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. It's very good. Because there are things in this feedback that goes around in my head and I'm like, that's not a bad thing, that's a good thing, that's what I meant. But maybe I have to rework it a little to make it a bit more obvious, perhaps. But if it's something that I see again, then I have a problem with it. So I'm not sure you were here last week when I went over my Austin Film Festival feedback, but if you didn't, here it is. It's really important to synthesize the feedback that you get. And if you hear something twice from two completely separate organizations, two completely separate people who say the same thing about your screenplay, put that in your head and make that change. Just don't even think about it. Just make it. I don't care how much you like it. You should consider taking it out. So the good stuff. Always have a good keep section on the left Bad, work it out, meaning work it out of your screenplay on the right. So plot works well, that's really good. That's fantastic, good, works well, fantastic. The story feels fresh, fantastic. It has a unique twist characteristic about it, that foster home element, that is good, fantastic, and the dueling stories. So these things, keep. These things you did good. Good job, Alan. Or, you know, imaginary you. So bad. Setup for the foster home needs to be done better. Okay, that's fine. Seeing the MC involved at home. Interesting. So I'm gonna put this in red, and you're gonna find out why very soon. More reaction to Leo's disappearance. Okay, that's fine, I'll look into that. Better policeman than a mom. I'm gonna underneath that, I'll underline that. TOB needs to be set up earlier. Not viable threat. That's a big problem. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at that. MC involved at home more. I'll just put more there. So something that the reader had a problem with here is that my screenplay didn't have the main character involved at home enough, right? The character was focused too much on her job. She was a better policewoman than a mom. So this directly ties into the central conflict of my entire story. Okay, so this is not a bad thing, this is a good thing, but this person framed it as a bad thing. That's why it's very important for you to know what the central conflict of your story is, because if you don't know what your central conflict is in your story, then you'll I was about to say something I shouldn't have said. Yeah, that'll make you mess up, foul up, and fix that about Meredith's character. But that's something that she is dealing with as a person, as a human being. That's something that she's working on throughout the entire film internally. She's working on becoming a better mom, and she doesn't even know that she's a bad mom. And so the central conflict of The Roses is that there is a big tug and pull between her job and her family. There is a big problem between those two. And I really wanted to showcase that in the screenplay. And this is a primary reason why I highlight knowing your central conflict before you start even receiving feedback is the most important thing. And if you have no idea what a central conflict is, please watch this video here or this video here. So I'm gonna put these two things through my feedback filter and say, okay, perhaps maybe he wants the central conflict to be a bit more obvious, and that can be something that you think about. All right, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you'd like to watch my film on Amazon Prime, please watch it. I'll put a link to it below. And if you would like to purchase the camera I filmed this on, you can also buy it. It's the Panasonic GH5, it's fantastic. Also, if you'd like to purchase the Clover Key, the essential film tool, essentially screw your tripod plate to your camera, then grab yourself a Clover Key. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Peace.